Okay, mittlerweile spiele ich das Game übrigens seit 3 Stunden am Stück oder fast 4 Stunden, glaube ich. Ich mache weiter. Ich will auf jeden Fall noch den ersten Tag im Gericht haben. Es ist großartig. Verdammt gut. Love it. December 26, 9:44 a.m. District Court. Defendant. Lobby. Number 2. Karma. That's right. Manfred. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, Wright. A god. Not a single case. He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Haben sie über dich auch gesagt und ich habe dich 3-mal besiegt. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Okay. So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth. Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty. What a creep. Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Yeah, not a chance. 40 Jahre, kein Fall verloren. Nah. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. Aber Edgeworth hat in dem Fall noch einen Sinn für Gerechtigkeit, was man ja im letzten Fall gesehen hat, als er uns geholfen hat letzten Endes. Wird bei ihm 100%ig nicht der Fall sein, bei Manfred. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia. Maya. Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry. I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach. I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what a bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Let's go right for it. December 26th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here where I'm not... You would stand here where I'm not completely prepared. Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I called the detective in charge on this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Er ist doch kein Zeuge. Describe the incident, now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12 to 10 a.m. she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record, okay. Testify to the court about the arrest, now. But wait, Mr. von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not. Oh, God. Okay. The arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Ich mag ihn absolut gar nicht. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. You received a call from a man. Yeah. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the two gunshots, right? Jesus Christ. That woman and the man who called in the report are two different people, obviously. Different people. There were two witnesses. Ah! Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping, lotta hard. What happened next, detective? Okay. Okay. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 30 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Allerdings. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. Oh Gott, das wird lustig, wenn von Karma wieder interveniert. We have a deep trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. But then the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bones, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. Found in the victim's body fired from a .22 caliber pistol. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon on the boat. The murder weapon. A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There was fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. There were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accept it into evidence. Murder weapon, .22 caliber, fired 3 times, bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Fired 3 times. Wir haben nur eine Kugel allerdings und wurde nur einmal getroffen. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me. Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. Ah, wusste ich in dem Fall auch noch nicht. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order. This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge. I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witnesses speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes. What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now. But wait, just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Ja, der Kollege ist ein Problem, definitiv. Aber es wird lustig zu sehen sein, wie wir ihn ordentlich ins Boxhorn jagen. Da habe ich richtig Bock drauf. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? What? You must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did it? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought, at the time, that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh. Sorry. It's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No. No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help. It's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Okay. Dann wollen wir mal. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hearts take the stand? Das wird interessant auf jeden Fall. So, Lotta Hart, are you a research student at a university? That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand. Yeah, understand. I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Die verstehen sich richtig gut. Vor allem, wenn man denkt, dass sie zusammenarbeiten sollten. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in the boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge. She happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order. I will remove people from the courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There was no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order. I will have order. Well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well. This court finds the defendant... Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Yeah. Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? Yes. Ich glaube, ich weiß genau wo. I think I noticed one little thing. Oh, impressed. I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. Ich hab was gefunden. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake, this isn't a waste of time. Yep. Und ich weiß genau welches. Ich weiß genau wo. Hier. Einmal. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Yeah, press further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? Nee, mein Freund, das ist definitiv wichtig. Ich hab's ja vorhin gesagt. Warum hätte sie ein D-Mic auf den Lake, wenn sie wegen Meteoriten da ist? What does the witness motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, now I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Yeah. Bam. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? No. I looked after I heard that noise. Der Junge. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions. Not leisurely chat with the witness. Wenn er das Sagen über das Game hätte, hätte er mir jetzt wahrscheinlich schon direkt 2 Balken deswegen abgezogen dafür. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 Jans in a boat. Could you clearly see the 2 men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you. Nicht wirklich. Press further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. Yeah, well, of course. Oh, der Typ. The witnesses has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. There was another bang. Another bang? Where were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. Junge, you're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless. Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. 2 Schüsse, da haben wir doch schon das Problem. To what end? 2 Schüsse, darauf will ich sie pushen. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country girl can be. Yeah, that sounds pretty sure. Press further. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained. Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. 2 Schüsse. Da ist die Contradiction, Mann. But, Your Honor. You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you will have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood. 1 shot, 1 kill. Pun intended. Nick. Lala's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? It was me. Ooh. Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lada, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. Weshalb? The court does not acknowledge the defense's outbursts. Answer me, Lada. What's the big idea? Treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. God. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong! What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes the testimony and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Yep. Allerdings. Order. Order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lala Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Will do. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Alles klar. I saw it clear as day. The man on the board was Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believed you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it. If you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you... Ooh. Okay. Damn. That's it. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can do anything more than that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. That's it. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Okay. Dann brauchen wir hier... Ich denke das Lake-Foto. Ja. Logisch. Clear as day. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. Yeah. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Exact. Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it for Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself, Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Okay, how Edgeworth was seen. Yeah, alright. It was cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You used binoculars. Very well. You might begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Macht Sinn? Wegen den Meteoriten. Das macht dann definitiv Sinn, ja. Aber schauen wir mal durch. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold on your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee type never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Okay, got back in the car. Your camera. Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. Binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Oh, stimmt. Allerdings, ja. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Allerdings. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with the line of questioning. But no, it is. But know this. If you find nothing more than this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Yes. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is, perhaps, the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. Very well, Mrs. Hart. You will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. Läuft gut, läuft gut. The camera was set up to take a picture of a meteor shower. Wozu dann das Mikrofon? Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, huh? Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. Yeah. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can see through fog, but you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah. Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many Von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. I got back in the car. The camera was set up to taking pictures of a meteor shower. Moment. Lake Photo? Ja, logisch, klar. Wenn's auf den Lake gerichtet ist. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? Take a look at this photograph. This was taken on an automatic setting, was it not? Yeah, that's right. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. But as this photograph clearly shows, the camera was pointed at directly at the lake. Yep. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Oh! Evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Bam! Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gertie. Ah, the sighting at Gert Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gertie. Natürlich. I have proof. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well. Let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gertie the lake monster? Bam. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Yep. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. Yep. And here this article about Gertie. According to this article, Gertie made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gertie, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Ja. Macht wie gesagt bei Meteoriten keinen Sinn. Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gertie, weren't you? Nah. Yeah. Not bad. Are you all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gertie. You got me. So what? Huh. That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gertie for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gertie from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Let's see. Lotta's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop I'll be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Was auch immer das der letzte Satz sein sollte. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. Yup. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because, why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in your mind. That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright? If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Let's do this. Okay. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. Warum nicht gleich so? Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm a highfalutin enough to be called a manner or anything. Okay. An investigative photographer. Yeah. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? That was a UFO. Just a hanging in the sky. A UFO. You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. It's just an objection. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Komisch, das war eigentlich offensichtlich, dass der Kollege gleich hier sagt wieder Objection. No pointless banter. Bam. Is Gertie really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah. They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on local news rumor of the month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Ah, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. Weiter damit. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yeah. Borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yup. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. Aber sie musste den Film einmal wechseln, als wir das mit den Party Poppers gemacht haben. Hat wahrscheinlich nichts damit zu tun. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out that what I was up to, the lake'd be swarming with competitors. Competitors. Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually, Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. Yep. When I heard the bang, I looked straight at the lake. Straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. That was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. Just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at. Yeah. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gertie was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness. Continue. Hold your hush puppies, Bops. I'm getting there. Okay. Wasn't much else to look at, so I'll just watch the boat the whole time. Article? Yeah. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing to look out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take the picture of Gertie. Take a picture of Gertie. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gertie, that's what. Yup. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Ah! Allerdings. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gertie, and that's what you were doing. Yup. Well. Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scanned the lake a bit. I mean, Gertie might be out there and all. Miss Hart. Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, it could be a whistle of a murder and all. Kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. God. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness. That's enough. We've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Enlarged it? Wait a second. Yeah. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who was shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality it might, but should let us see who's who. Yup. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? Da Von Karma da Von Karma sie daran gehindert hat, make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged in this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Was hast du? Because it does not exist. What are you talking about? You were the one who told me to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. Alles klar. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. Oh, da hat er aber Probleme, huh? The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Es hilft auch nicht viel. We still cannot see who is firing in this. Ich hab hier schon was. Hier, die Abdrücke waren von... Es wurde gesagt, die Abdrücke waren von Edgeworths rechter Hand, aber er hält die Waffe in der linken Hand. It could be defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Yup, I already got something. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something, yeah. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. Come. Ich weiß schon, was wir machen müssen. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. No. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then, I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Show other evidence. I got this! Wait! Your Honor! This evidence. Fuck off! I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence, but this enlargement... I see no point in retracting our steps. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement? Ich hab was. Mann! Your Honor! There is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Go. Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Yup. Das hier. Yep. Here, Your Honor. The shooter. I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand. That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. The pistol. Yes. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Yep. I got this. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We know now that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? And the deputy. Derjenige, der an dem Abend noch da war, also derjenige, der das Boot verkauft hat? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Larry? Larry Butts? Ja. Achso, ja, genau. Wir hatten ja the victim himself. Stimmt, das hatten wir ja. Miss Hart, ja. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! So, you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance. The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. Order. Mr. von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Time of death, sometime on 24th or 25th, shot from approximately 1 meter away. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. The court is now adjourned. Gotcha by the balls, Mr. Karma. December 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Ew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? Achso, das wollte er damit sagen, okay. I requisitioned a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood out was the bang she heard. Sounds like gunshots. Two sounds like gunshots. Genau darauf wollte ich eigentlich auch noch hinaus, dass es mehr als ein Schuss war. Und dass nur ein Schuss letzten Endes dann allerdings in dem Körper des Opfers letzten Endes gefunden wurde. Yes. Save it! Und da ich mittlerweile schon ungefähr fast 4 Stunden am Stück das Ganze übrigens zocke, aber es ist halt echt nur einfach so verdammt gut, würde ich sagen, machen wir hier einen kleinen Cut für heute, was natürlich nichts mit euch zu tun hat. Es geht weiterhin montags nach wie vor natürlich weiter mit Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Daran wird sich in dem Fall nichts ändern. Nur ich mache in dem Fall jetzt einen kleinen Break. Was andere Games angeht, logischerweise, wie gesagt, fast 4 Stunden am Stück, aber man merkt es kaum. Die Zeit verfliegt definitiv extrem schnell mit Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Es ist ein verdammt gutes Game. Ich habe auf jeden Fall extrem viel Spaß. Ich hoffe, ihr da draußen habt genauso viel Spaß. Ich finde einigermaßen schnell die Clues allerdings. Könnt ihr mir gerne mal in den Comments schreiben, ob ihr das eventuell auch so schnell oder vielleicht noch schneller gelöst hättet als meine Wenigkeit. Wahrscheinlich schon. In dem Kontext hoffe ich dennoch, dass euch die heutige Session von Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney gefallen hat. Und dann sehen wir uns in der nächsten Session von Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Wenn ihr denn wollt, wieder, liebe Freunde. Court oder Let's Play is now adjourned.